Good morning. Happy Monday. I am so excited to be on here today and chatting with you. I'm going to give this 1 second just to connect to the live, but I'm excited about today's topic because I think it's really going to hit home for a lot of you watching this. And the reason why I'm so excited about it is because I feel like oftentimes it's so easy to be put into different boxes. And it's also really easy for us to put each other in boxes, but also put our own selves in boxes. So when you are doing anything in life, we tend to categorize ourselves by, I'm a coach, I'm a this, I'm a mom, I'm a friend, I'm a sister, I'm all these different things. But what happens is when you have more than one interest, when you have more than one thing you enjoy doing, categorizing yourself in a box becomes a little bit more challenging, because then it becomes, I'm a mom, I'm also a sister, I'm also a coach, I'm also an entrepreneur, but I also like to edit podcasts, and I also like to do this, and I also like to do this. And so we start to collect and have all of these different things that we absolutely love to do. But then it gets confusing, because then we're like, well, I've said, and this is the biggest thing that I see, especially on Instagram more so than anything, but I see this need to be put into a box and stay in the box. So it's like, if you're a social media manager, social media expert, life coach, business coach, mindset coach, whatever it is that your role is, when you identify yourself that way on social media, you're creating this sort of persona for yourself, right? But you're also creating a brand for yourself, and you're creating a voice for yourself. But what happens when you have an interest that's outside of that brand? What happens when there's an interest outside of that voice? What happens if there's an interest in doing something outside of what you've said that you are, outside of, what you have created in your reality? And then it becomes really challenging to change that, because we're not really sure how to take or how to pivot that, and we're not really sure how to maneuver it and turn it into something that's a full reflection of who we are as people, right? Because ultimately the goal is, in any type of business you have, any type of job that you work, any type of anything that you do, what you bring to the table is your full extension of yourself, right? So you bring all of your values, all of your likes and dislikes, all of the things that make you happy and that make you upset, all of your emotions, all of your learned experience, and you take all of that and you create it as this beautiful self, as this beautiful you. But then how do you take that and all of the pieces and parts of you and turn it into, a reflection of who you are for this world, right? It can be such a big challenge for people to do more than one thing, because you've put yourself in this box that you are, this one specific thing. And what I see a lot of online is that you can't really differentiate yourself from there afterwards, because either you'll confuse your audience or people won't understand what you're doing and why. So I think it's really important, with this in mind, to just stay really clear as to who you are and what you enjoy and why you enjoy it. And so I think that with that framework in mind, when you operate from a mind, body, and soul level, then you're bringing every single part of you to everything that you do. And, you're taking every single part of who you are as a person and putting it into your business, putting it into what you love to do every single day. And I think that this is such a key piece, because ultimately, your business is a reflection of who you are. Your business is a, creation of you. And with this framework and with this idea in mind, it doesn't really leave a lot of space for us to be something different than what we said we are. And it makes change really, really challenging. And it makes it really uncomfortable. And it makes it really uncertain of how to navigate and which way to go next and what to do next and how to show up online and who to talk to. And will this person understand? And will this person enjoy what I'm doing? But ultimately, with all of these stories aside, it comes down and boils down to who you are as a person. What do you enjoy doing? Why do you enjoy doing it? And then you'll find the way to mesh them all together. Because ultimately, let's say you have a social media management business. That's one thing that you do. That is one facet to who you are. But then there's 25 other things that you probably love to do and love to enjoy. So it's about, how do you integrate them in a mind, body, and soul perspective from who you are as a person and integrating that into your business, because your business should be the house of all of your values. It should be the hub where all of you comes together. And, you get to choose how many parts and different things that you want to share about yourself and with other people, right? But where it gets confusing hi! Thank you so much, everyone who's hopped on here live right now. I'm so excited to see you all. Happy Monday morning. Let me just pause my thought right there. Thank you so much for joining. If you have any questions as you're watching this, or when you're watching the replay or anything like that, just drop them in the comments and I will respond to them afterwards. But ultimately what we're talking about this morning is how do you create, or what do you do rather, when you have all these different interests and all these different things that you enjoy doing and love doing, and how do you mesh them all together into one, business or one plan or one idea. And ultimately what I was saying is that it's not always so black and white, you know what I mean? There's more to you than just the one piece that you do in your business, the one thing that you may represent or present on social media. And so how do you take all of those different things and then transform them into creating a whole bigger picture you and all of the things that you enjoy doing? So I wanted to talk about this today because there are different things that I enjoy doing that I never really talk about on here. And one of those things is, hi, good morning. Thank you so much for joining. One of those things is podcast editing. So I'm a podcast producer, but I'm also a life coach, right? And I really enjoy doing all of these different things. And so if you were to look at my online profile in quotations, how does it all fit together? And if you can talk to so many different business coaches and they'll tell you, pick one. But I don't agree. I don't necessarily think you need to just pick one. I think that, there's ways to showcase and share with everybody else all of the different things that you do, everything that makes you you, and how you are exactly how you are. And it doesn't really matter what other people think. I mean, you want your message to resonate with them. You want your brand to resonate. But if you're not being authentic to yourself, then you're not being authentic to your brand, right? And how can you be authentic to your clients and to your customers if you're not starting from the inside out? Because ultimately, if you've been following me for a while, you'll know this, that everything starts from the inside out. Everything starts with your mindset. Everything starts with your choices, your why, how you show up, why you show up, where you show up. Right? What are you delivering? What's the value that you bring? Well, the value that you bring stems from deep, deep, deep within you. So whether you have one interest or 10 interests, it doesn't really matter, because all of those things come together and merge and form into this beautiful, this beautiful you. And I think that is where the key lies, is that you can do and create anything that you want. And you do this by being a true and authentic to yourself, and then being an extension of that into the world around you. So I am fired up about this topic because for so long I've seen people just being put in different boxes like crazy of you need to be this, you need to be this, you should be this, these are your interests, this is the only thing you can do. Like I've worked with so many different people, you guys, and a long time ago I was working with someone and this person was telling me that because I have an interest or because I used to do, specific things in my career, that's what I should be doing in my coaching business. But that's not necessarily a reality, because maybe I don't enjoy those things in my career, or maybe that's why I didn't want to do those things anymore, right? So how do we change? Why do we change? We change because our interests change. We grow. What we do and how we create in our lives transforms, right? And so you can't really sit there and tell someone to be a specific thing, to have only one message, to have only one specific way of doing anything, because you are at the core of your business and your life. So what you enjoy is what's going to be accentuated and what's going to transform outwards, right? And so I'm just tired of seeing people playing small because you're putting yourself into a box that isn't meant for you. You're not meant to be in the box. You're meant to be outside of the box. You're meant to be, miles ahead of the box. And you're meant to be this because you are a human being with many different layers and many different emotions and different feelings and experiences. And so how can you take all of that, everything in your entire life, and transform that into one specific thing? You can't, right? So this is what I wanted to talk about today. I'm so grateful to see you all on here live today. It's absolutely making my morning. I love Monday mornings because I feel like you get to just dive in. I have such an exciting day planned ahead. The next thing that I would love to invite you to is at 10 a.m. Eastern time, so in 45 minutes, I'm going to be hopping into my private Facebook group and I'm doing live card pulls. So if you have a question, just bring it. It's free. You just need to be in the group to be able to access it. So the link to that is in my bio, but if you want to join, just send me a message here and I will just send you the link right away. But I'll see you at 10 a.m. Eastern time. But think about this topic before we leave today. Think about this topic. Think about, who you are at your core and what you want to do in your life, what you want to create, how you want to create it, and then what are all the different parts of you and all the different interests that you have. List out those different interests, list out the things that you love to do, and then ultimately you can find a way to put them all together into one holistic business, one holistic person, or one idea from that business. You can pull that one thing out, you can turn it into whatever it is you want. But ultimately, it's not about just being stuck in a box. It's about being outside of the box, and it's about, yes, Silvana, come into the group. I will see you there. I'll send you the link. You're so cute. But yeah, so ultimately, this is what I wanted to share with you today. And I'm super grateful for everyone who's popped in here today. I'm just about to wrap up. So if you want to hear the whole conversation, it's going to be in my IGTV in my Facebook group, and it's also going to be on YouTube. And if you have any questions about this topic at all and how to take and create your life out of many different facets of who you are, and ultimately taking everything that you love and merging it together, just send me a message. I do free 30-minute consultation calls. I am a life coach, so this is what I help you do and how I help you bring everything together. And so that's pretty much it. I'm so excited to see you all hopping on here live. For anyone who's missed it, I'll be going live in my Facebook group at 10 a.m. Eastern time, so in 20 minutes now at this point. And we are going to be doing live card readings. So if you have a question, bring your question and I'll do a card pull for you. It's free. So I'll see you in there. Otherwise, please catch the replay. Let me know that you're watching. If you have any comments or questions, I'm here to help. I'm here to serve. And I'm here to bring you anything that you need, any support that you need in helping you transform your life and really tapping into who you are and all of your potential. So have a beautiful day. Happy Monday, everybody. I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time.